Hey, so I just wanted to share a little bit about my experience doing energy surgery with the Energy Queen. In short, it was absolutely amazing. When I first met her, she asked to do an initial call, and I was like, all right, sure, I'll talk to you, but I didn't, I didn't really expect anything to come of it. But just during that short call, she totally just amazed me, and she spoke to problems that I have been dealing with at the time, and it just felt like, you know what, I need this. Like, I knew that I've been holding on to a lot of things, and I've been dealing with a lot of painful issues from my past, and I was like, you know what, this sounds like it's really gonna help. And when she asked if I wanted to work with her, I hesitated at first because I was like, oh man, well, that's a lot of money. Like, maybe I shouldn't be spending money on this kind of thing or at all or whatever. It's hard for me to spend money on myself. I tend to not have trouble buying things for other people, but when it comes to myself, it takes a little bit more convincing. But then, she didn't back down. She was gracious, but also like intentional at the same time. And I just, in conversation with her, I realized, you know what, if I'm not healthy, I can't help other people be healthy. And I really I need to invest in myself. And everything that I've been doing in the past couple months have been all about improving who I am and being intentional about letting me become my best self. So I was like, yes, I definitely need to do this. And I'm really glad I did. I'm so glad I did. The chakras and the energy thing is pretty new to me. So I was a little bit skeptical at first, but it was incredible. Just talking with her was amazing. Before and after the sessions, she's very easy to talk to, and she's so kind and compassionate. I felt like I could be totally honest and open with her. Like, I've got stuff in my life I don't want anybody to know about, and I felt like I could just sit there and tell her everything, because she was just so compassionate, and I could tell like that she genuinely cared and wanted to help me, and that I appreciated that more than I can say with words. It was amazing. Like, she, in our initial call, she mentioned that she could see that there was some trapped negative energy going on in this area. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, yeah, I have horrible neck pain all the time, and I've had it for years. Sure enough, after my sessions with her, my neck pain has improved so much. Like, honestly, it's mind blown. I typically in a week, I'll spend at least one day laying on a heating pad for like a long time because my neck hurts. But since working with her, and it's been about a week, I've been fine. Like, my neck, the pain is mildly still there, but the tension that I had is so much less. It's amazing. During the first session, when I laid down during the energy surgery, and I in the beginning, I could feel some pain down in my lower back, and I thought maybe it was because I was laying on a hard floor, which, may have been part of it, but she's like, well, I was working on your root chakra, which is right in that area. And I was like, okay, well, there you go. I had pain because I could feel the energy leaving my body, and my body was responding to that. And immediately after that session ended, my period started. That blew my mind. I was expecting my period to be coming that week, like within a day or two, but I did not at all think that it was a coincidence that it started immediately after the session. And I mentioned it to her, and she's like, yeah, that's absolutely is a sign of release, because when you're undergoing the energy surgery, the negative energy is literally leaving your body, and you get detox symptoms. And another thing she said was that when your period starts, it's like a sign of safety. Like your body has to be in a safe, healthy place in order for you to have a proper cycle. So that was amazing. And it was really cool to have those physical examples of the connection between the work that she was doing with my energy. It was amazing. I slept better. I started having less nightmares. I didn't feel as anxious during the day. I started having more clarity and peace. I've been really frustrated with where I'm at in life and just feeling like I have no patience and I just need to, get out of this house and get into a different place and like all of these things. And, I still don't love where I'm at this moment, and I still have goals to get to somewhere else, but I have a peace about it. Before I was coming at it with this such negative energy of like this hatred for where I'm stuck and just feeling like I'm trapped at where I'm at right now. And that feeling completely changed, and it's not. Now I'm coming at it from a place of peace and clarity. Like, I know what I need to do, and I know that I need to give myself time and grace to make it happen. And it feels so much better. It's so much less stressful to come to things from a positive angle rather than that angle of negative energy and stress. She worked on all of my chakras and did cleansing for all of it, but she also focused on the wealth blocks, which is a big thing for me. I've recently been learning in the past couple months, about how my relationship with money has been, messed up, because since I was a kid, I was taught things like, money's evil and it makes people bad and you're greedy if you have a lot of it, and, all those kinds of things. And so her working with me on my energy blocks through the energy surgery helped me to further understand my relationship with money and what I need to be doing to be in the financial place that I want to be. And it's kind of like just learning about how everything works and coming to this understanding of that energy is everything and that money is energy. Just honestly, it makes everything feel so much easier. Like, it doesn't feel like this big, huge weight, like, oh my gosh, I'm never going to make it to the top of that mountain. I don't know how I'm going to do this. Like, now I can see that it's not a great, huge mountain that I need to climb. It's just a door that I need to open and walk through. And there's just, now, granted, I'm not saying that, building a business or anything like that is easy, because it's not. But it doesn't have to, be overwhelming. It doesn't have to you don't have to feel like you're sinking or like you're trying to climb this huge mountain by yourself. Because there's more to it than that. And you don't have to feel like your worth is not wrapped up in how much money you make or how much money you have, because you're just, you're valuable as you are. And that was something that she really helped me understand about myself. I preach that all the time to people, telling them that, you're good and you're worth and you're enough and all of these things. When at the same time, I tend to struggle to believe those things for myself. And she really helped me move past that and I gained a lot of confidence in myself, and just being able to feel like I can move forward and really do what I'm meant to do. At the end of our last session, it ended with me feeling like this peace and clarity. Like I had been having all of these ideas and I didn't know where I was supposed to go. But because of the negative energy that she removed, it allowed me to have more space to pay attention to what I'm really supposed to be doing, and it just gave me so much clarity and peace to be able to find that. So if you're wondering whether or not you should work with her, just do it. Like, seriously, just do it. And if you haven't gotten on a phone call with her to have an initial discussion, just do it. She absolutely would be happy to talk to you, and I promise you, you will know when you talk to her for the first time if this is something that will help you. You'll know right away. And don't hesitate. If there's even a little bit of you that says, oh yeah, I need that, or this might work, just go for it, okay? I promise you, you will not regret it. She is absolutely amazing, and the best thing that you can do is invest in yourself, because you're no good to anybody else if you're not taking care of yourself. You gotta be your best self first before you can help others be their best self. So, for your own sake, do it. You won't regret it. She's amazing.